All right, my friends, let's talk about a hotly contentious topic recently, which is the double yellows while you're driving on these single lane roads. And there's a creator online by the name of Carver, and I think he has a really important message, but I think that the way he delivers it is sometimes not always well received. So a lot of driving enthusiasts want to go on the canyons, go on these windy roads and enjoy, because if you're driving 150 miles an hour in a straight line, it's not really exciting. If you're driving 60 on a corner and you're pushing the limits, that's a lot more exciting. It demands more of you as a driver. The issue, of course, is that people are cutting the mustard, crossing the double yellow, whatever you want to call it, and putting their own and other lives in danger. And I'm joined here by my buddy. This is actually his 992.1 GT3 Touring. And we chatted a little bit about this, and I think we had largely similar thoughts, which is that you don't want to cross the double yellow, and we'll talk about the pros and cons of doing so in a minute. However, the Canyon Carver's approach to it, I think, is causing a rift in the car community that's not necessary, and is causing people to maybe even jump ship to the other side because they don't like how it's being delivered. It's not received well. And would you say that sums up your philosophy on it too?
Yeah, I mean, you have to be safe when you're pushing a car on any road, right? You have to be conscious of the other people on the road. There's a right way and a wrong way to do it, right? First of all, if you're in like a passing area, like, and you can see straight ahead of you that there's no cars coming, I don't see the problem, right? When it comes to the double lines, I'm in complete agreement with it, but I think when you're just kind of camping out on the side of the road, yelling at people, it's just going to egg them on. It's kind of like, I don't know, call it childish, right? But there are kids in, like when you're in school, right? And you have like the hall monitor telling you to get to class or something, right? Like, it almost makes you not want to follow that rule so much when they're kind of just like...
Yeah, it makes you not want to follow it because it feels a little bit overly, like, I don't know, not overly rigid, but almost like I'm going to tell on the teacher on you kind of thing. So right now we're pushing it a little bit, not too much, but we're going to keep it on our lane. And you'll see in all my videos on this channel, you won't see me crossing the double yellow because, oh dude, I love that little rotation. Oh, so good. By cutting the mustard, I'm now straightening out the road, and the reason I came out here is to have curves. So why do I want to straighten out a curve and get less G-force and less, this isn't a racetrack. I'm not trying to hit the apex on the other side of the road and all these things, because at any given moment a car can come the other way. Now, if I have full visibility, even then, I personally don't do it, just because I don't want to build that habit where I can tell myself, oh, I'll sometimes do it, and then if I have a lapse in judgment one time, that can be, even though very low risk, that could be the one time that actually is catastrophic. So my philosophy is just to always stay in the lane.
I think in general you should never drive faster than you can see, right? And
yeah, great point.
When you're going to cross over the double lines, like, you're inherently making your speed at that turn faster than it should be, probably, right? Like,
that's a good way to put it. Your effective speed becomes higher if you're on the other side.
And that's ultimately what the point is to go faster, right, through whatever back road you're on. You're cutting those lines so they can carry more speed.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't know, like, those double lines are usually there for a reason. It's usually because you can't see what's coming up ahead.
Yeah, when you can see, you have this to show you that it's safe to overtake vehicles, as an example. And that's why it's not double yellow, it's yellow and then dotted on the other side. Or I guess it should be on your side if you're going to be able to overtake.
I know there's some guys that they'll convoy and the lead car will sort of scout out by radio to the other drivers, and then I guess that's kind of a more safe way to do it. But
still room for error, miscommunication, lack of signal. I don't know. There's like, I just think that it's so unnecessary, and it's almost like eating dessert, like eating junk food. I generally when I think back to when I was the most disciplined and in the best shape that I have been in my life, it was when I just said, oh, I don't eat X, Y, and Z, rather than saying, oh, I'm going to eat X, Y, and Z in moderation, because then in moderation is now this constant judgment call. And same thing here, it's like, I'm just not going to do it. And as a result, I'm going to be safer. It challenges me more as a driver, actually, to keep things in my lane, to keep things tidy.
Right. It's more of a challenge to carry speed in one lane, for sure. Which is kind of the point, is to enjoy the skill of driving to a degree, right? Like pushing yourself.
Yeah, it's the art and the craft of driving rather than just the pursuit of the speed on the dash, right? So I don't know. I think
so I agree with him, but I think when it comes down to like literally just sitting out there camping the roads, and
yeah.
I don't know if he throws stuff at people or what, but
I think there was some parody. I don't know if he was parodying himself, because I think, you know, he has a sense of humor about it too, which I respect and I appreciate. But I think there was like actual like a mustard thing that they were squirting at cars. Again, I don't know if it was him or someone that was parodying him, but it's so funny, dude. Squirting actual mustard at people.
It's a good message, but sometimes it has the opposite effect, like you were saying.
Have fun and keep it in my lane. God, this car is so good, dude. So good. And then when it's blind, I'm going to slow down, even though I know the road. I don't know if something's going to be on the road right there, so I slow down. The main thing I want to impart is that you should never drive in a way that puts yourself or others in danger, right? We want to have a good name for the car community, and you know, if we test the limits too much and put ourselves or others in danger, like there was this one, let's just say less than intelligent, I think it was like an M3 or an M2 that went head on into a Miata because he just understeered, I think it was Tail of the Dragon, if I recall correctly. Like that kind of behavior, there's no excuse for that. You are so beyond the limit of your vehicle and actually of the driver that you need to learn how to drive on the track or at autocross before you start doing that on the street. And if you are going to do it on the street, do it well within your limits and think ahead, look ahead, right? Actually, one of the best things that you learn on the racetrack is to look far ahead. So I'm not looking right here. I'm looking all the way where the road actually disappears constantly, because I'm planning for what's to come.
You want to drive well below 10 tenths.
You never go 10 tenths on the street, never ever.
But when you're crossing double lines, like you're approaching that 10 tenths, right? Like you're carrying so much more speed through that turn.
Yeah, well, the margin for error there becomes so much smaller. Even if I'm driving 6 tenths while crossing the double yellow, it's just not worth the risk trade-off, I would say. And yeah, the larger conversation here is essentially you want to drive safely, you want to have fun. I'm not here to say that you can't push the car a bit and have a good time, but you want to do so responsibly in a way that doesn't actually increase risk unnecessarily. Because some people say, oh, you should never go even 1 mile an hour above the speed limit. It's like, well, let's be real. Me going a little bit over the speed limit is a lot less dangerous than all these people that I see daily on their phones while they're driving. Oh, dude. Did you feel a little bit of trail brake rotation there?
Yeah.
Oh, so money, dude, so money.
Tips right in.
Oh, God, I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy for you. This is such a cool car. My buddy literally just got this 2 days ago. Traded in his GT3 RS for this. What a good choice. And I'm so glad you were asking me about trading your GT4 RS for a 911 Touring. I was like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm so glad you did not do that. That would have been all kinds of bad. Anyway, to sum it up, going back to the Canyon Carver, I think what he's doing, looking out for the car community, is actually very well intentioned. I think that maybe the delivery and the approach just isn't going to be quite as well received by everyone. But hey, maybe that's actually part of the strategy, because when you are more polarizing and you have a stronger emotional response, even if that's negative, actually especially if it's negative because of negativity bias in humans, then you actually get greater reach. So maybe in a roundabout way, he's actually way more advanced and is thinking 5D chess, whereas the rest of us are just saying, hey, you're actually turning off some people and now you're causing more people to cross the double yellow. Maybe there's something else going on that I'm missing. Anyways, my friends, let me know what you think with a comment down below. If you want to see me review this car, then check that out, linked below. And if you want your car reviewed, visit us on jubbalandcars.com. Fill out the form on the homepage. I'll be in touch. Much love, my friends, and I'll see you all in that next one.